My name is Victor Bigg Vic Newton, and I survived Amazon Relay.
It's Bigg Vic TV.
Welcome to my world. Welcome to my world.
It's Bigg Vic TV.
Welcome to my world. Welcome to my world.
See me in the box, throw your hands up. Money used to look funny, now my grand's up. New rise, look alive, no limit to the sky. Back on my king shit now. This is fine. In the box, throw your hands up.
One of the very first things that you have to do once you get involved with Amazon Relay is be on time. You have to maintain a good grade with Amazon Relay. So it's almost like going to school a little bit. Your company has to perform well in order to see their very best loads that they have on their load board. They're gonna grade your company's performance on being on time, accepting freight and not rejecting loads, the app usage, as well as not having any disruptions while moving their freight. So that's disruption free. So you pretty much have to be on time. Everything needs to be on point with Amazon Relay. One of the things I did not like, and I never did like, I still don't like to this day with Amazon Relay, is Amazon can cancel loads on you. And if it's less than 2 hours before your scheduled time to pick up that load, they'll pay you $175. That's cool. But what happens if you're leaving out early to get your route, go on your route, and your load gets canceled, and you've already started using your clock for your trip, your ELD clock for your trip. If you're doing if you're doing anywhere over 150 miles, so you've already started using your clock. And if Amazon cancels, it's almost like a wasted day, and it's almost like a waste of your time. But you don't get paid for that. So they can cancel loads on you, but of course, it's their company. I understand. That's one of the cons that I do not like. That's something that I did not ever liked with Amazon Relay. I've always had a love-hate relationship with this company. Another thing that bothers me about Amazon Relay is the fact that if your performance score gets interrupted, there's about a 6-week wait before you can basically redeem yourself with Amazon Relay. Now, you may be able to reach out to a middle mile manager. Sometimes that works, sometimes it doesn't work. Sometimes you may not get a response back. Every now and again, they're very slow to respond back to emails. You'll get a response back, but a lot of times they're very slow to respond back to a lot of these emails. A way that I was able to survive a lot of these difficulties with Amazon Relay was to be on time, be early, and not reject any loads once I booked those loads. I think a safe way to kind of play Amazon's game is to know who's in your area that's moving freight. So if you're out there at a facility, especially if you're doing postal routes, you're out there at a facility, try to get to know some of the other drivers, because if and exchange numbers with those drivers, because let's say you do overbook and you run into a situation to where you do not want to cancel a load because rejections weigh very, very heavy on your score with Amazon Relay. So you may want to just start building a network of other carriers in your area so that you can give them a call if something comes up with one of your trips, just to see if anyone can take that trip as a last resort before you have to cancel a route. Guys, I'm telling y'all now, rejecting loads will have you seeing the worst loads that are on Amazon Relay's load board. And it's not like they have the highest paying freight in the freight industry. You know what I'm saying? Like already they don't have the highest paying freight in the freight industry. It's not hard work, but it's not always the best paying loads, unless you start using the poster truck feature, but that's a whole nother video. You can do well with Amazon, but a lot of times, you have to keep your score high. They've implemented so many different changes in their grading system. At one time you were able to see loads, all the loads, even with a B score, so now you have to be above, basically a 98 and above, 98, 99, and 100 to see all of their loads or get access to all of their loads. Just the average person out there is going to need more than Amazon Relay to really sustain their businesses. Can you do only Amazon Relays? Probably one of the the biggest questions that I'm always asked. Can you make 6 figures alone with Amazon Relay? Some people don't feel that you can, but other people have proven it that you can create a 6-figure income with Amazon Relay exclusively, but you're going to be running a ton of freight in order to pull that off. You're going to be running a ton of freight, or either you're in an area, let me repeat that, or either you're in an area that has multiple Amazon Relay facilities that will allow you to be able to create all of this volume for your truck with Amazon Relay. So I don't want you to think because a few people couldn't pull it off that it's impossible to do with Amazon Relay. And that's with one truck. I'm not talking about having 2 trucks. That's with one truck. That is possible. It's already been proven already to be done with one truck. Can you survive Amazon Relay exclusively out here in the freight business? If that's your goal, to go out here and run Amazon Relay exclusively, I would say this to you. Have backup freight, some backup load boards, kind of mix up your freight. Don't rely exclusively on Amazon Relay. I'm giving you a fair warning now. Do not rely exclusively on these guys to only move their freight. I've been running it long enough to know. After 22 months now, I've been running it long enough to know how their system works. Pretty much seen everything that they've thrown out there, from high paying loads to low paying loads, to not being able to see a lot of loads based on your score. That's why when most new people get started with Amazon Relay, they're always asking, why can't they see any freight? They don't see the loads. And I tell everybody the same thing. You don't have a score generator with Amazon. So Amazon has it set up to where new carriers pretty much got to see the bullshit loads, the BS loads, or carry some of those BS loads first to help you generate a score. Now you can come in to Amazon starting off posting your truck. That may get you better paying loads, but at the same time, if you don't understand the post a truck feature and you start posting your truck and you post it at a time where you may be asleep and you forget that you posted that truck, that could cost you your score. You'll get a bad score before you really get your business started with Amazon Relay. My advice when running Amazon Relay is to pay attention to the loads that are in your area. Continuously study Amazon Relay's load board. Try and create as many round robin loads as you possibly can, also known as round trip loads, because it's very seldom, very rare that Amazon will do round trip loads for box trucks. I see them every now and again up here in Charlotte, but they're never paying good money for you to be out for 7-8 hours running their freight back and forth. I've had other options outside of Amazon, which has allowed me to survive Amazon Relay. My first year with Amazon Relay was fantastic. I kind of just put up with a lot of what I didn't like with Amazon Relay, because either you can run the freight or you don't have to run the freight. The choice is yours. But I think now they've gotten to a point with their relay system. Let's say you start running loads and you decide you're not going to run loads for a few weeks. It seems like that's becoming a factor in them factoring your score now. That's just another con that I do not like with Amazon Relay. At this point, there's a lot of carriers. There's a lot of carriers for Amazon Relay now. There's a lot of box truck carriers that are moving Amazon Relay's freight. And I think a majority of them do not really understand the power of not booking cheap freight. I don't think they understand the power of letting those loads sit on the load board until the numbers increase. You have to let those loads sit on the load board until they make sense for you to carry those loads. Now, you're an owner operator with no overhead costs, like very minimum overhead costs, then that may be you running some of that freight that Amazon has. And the more that you carry that freight, the worse you make it for new carriers that come into business, because Amazon is going to present that same freight to new people when they get started in the business. And if they haven't done their research or really been out here understanding what type of freight they should be moving at what numbers, then they're possibly taking anything that Amazon throws out there, feeling like they're going to be profitable. But you'll see a big difference in the people that understand how to run Amazon relays freight versus the people that don't understand how to run Amazon relays freight that's carrying anything that Amazon throws out there. And what you'll see is a huge difference in pay. This person understands how to run Amazon relay. This person is just running Amazon relay and not really profitable at the end of the month because of the cheaper loads that they're taking. This person right here understands poster truck, understands waiting until the loads go up. You know, they're probably doing round trip loads by creating the round robin loads. And we gonna keep saying round robin. That's right. If you don't like it, holla at your man's Jeff Bezos, because that's the real king of Amazon. Ha! Holla at the real king of Amazon, aka Jeff Bezos. All right? You can survive Amazon relay, but you have to understand how to play their game. You have to understand how to play the Amazon game. They'll continue to put cheap freight on the load board as long as you guys keep picking up that cheap freight. I would not recommend that you book cheap loads with Amazon relay. You'll pretty much be wasting your time and your energy because the money's not gonna add up at the end of the month for you. It's not gonna add up at the end of the month for you. Once again, I'm Victor Bigg Vic Newton, and I survived Amazon relay. All right, cut.